welcome back everyone, welcome back to the Fusion Esports League, the FEL Cracov 2025 Polish Championship. We have made it to the third place match. We just wrapped up our semifinals, and now we are here to determine who will finish in third and fourth place, as we have a PVT for the first time this broadcast. Let's go for the first and only time. This morning in the top left-hand corner of Persephone, we have the Polish Protoss player, the blue Polish Protoss representing Streamer Zone. It is Gerald. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Terran player, with the red Terran himself representing ROC Esports from the land of Bologna. It is Spirit. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is? It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we jump into our TvP matchup. Oh, hello, as Spirit, as he does skirt around the edge, as he does avoid the initial scouting probe, and he sneaks in with an eBay block here to block the natural base. So cheeky move here by Spirit as we open up in our best of 7. Also, as a reminder, this is a prediction for the entirety of the best of 7, not just the game. And also, again, it's going to be an extended series. The best of 7 is going to be crazy. It's going to be wild. Let's go. Give us all the StarCraft. We're going to be here all night. Let's go. Let's go. Aye, aye, aye. As eBay has been thrown down, and what does the eBay do? It blocks the natural and it forces the unnatural natural. There it is. Gerald forced to expand here at the triangular third location, a much more exposed location. And Spirit, if you notice, he follows this up racks, not expand, racks into factory. This does mean that Spirit has access to early Hellions, could even go for an add-on swap into reactored Hellion to try to harass and punish his bases. Oh, as we do actually re-expand, Gerald, he cancels the Nexus. He does not cancel the pylon, but he does cancel the Nexus as the eBay was cancelled, and he will expand where he needs to be. Let's go. So he does take his natural base. Whew, we'll get it up and running. It's going to be delayed, but it will be more secure. This means it will be easier to defend and easier to make sure that he doesn't lose workers, that his mineral line doesn't get roasted. Speaking of, yep, add-on swap into Hellions. Oh boy. Into proxy starports. Aye, there's a lot happening. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot happening. So as this is about to be scattered, yeah, Gerald, he comes in with a rope scout. He does scout. He does confirm, and he will punish. There we go. Does force a cancel, and the Hellion drop is denied. Nice play here from Gerald. He's all over Spirit. He shuts him down. Again, the reason why Gerald was scouting was because he saw the factory. A faster factory means more Hellions. But if Gerald was going to be walling up and expanding here on the low ground at the natural base instead, then his base would be more secure. He would be vulnerable to drop play. He scouts. He checks. He shuts down the drop play. Ooh, okay, like so much has happened already. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. As we do see Gerald moving out, he will delay the CC on the low ground. Remember, it's a delayed CC because it's a CC after factory. So later command center, and can he force a cancel? No shot. Hellions, they should deter this, but we have more reinforcements on the way. We have a second Stalker coming in. Yeah, second Stalker has arrived. Hellions being targeted down. Does focus on the Marine. Ooh, one Stalker falls. We'll lose one, but here comes another Stalker. Takes down the Hellions. And he's so close to getting top of that CC for a second time, but we have more Hellions on the way. Spirit, he should hold. Yeah, he should hold on. We have more Hellions coming. Oh no, I forced to cancel. GG gets called. He loses control of the low ground. And Gerald, he will take game number 1. Whew, GG. Oh my god. GG, well played. A very intense game. So much happened in, what was that, like 2 minutes? So much happened in such a short period of time there, when it came to the opener, when it came to the mind games, when it came to the follow, when it came to the reads as well. Again, Gerald, he was able to shut down the attempted, so it was a 4-minute game. Gerald, he was able to shut down the attempted proxy play, able to shut down the Hellion harass, able to punish, go across the map, and we saw that, alas, Spirit, he was himself punished for the low ground CC. Could not maintain it, could not hold onto it, and cancelling the base. That's game. That's game then and there. That is game-ending damage. GG. We're getting into game 2. Whew, we are getting into game number 2 here. Let's go. Just catching up with the chat. Is the finals now, or is the stream over? I was AFK for some minutes. We have the finals after this series. This is the third/fourth. This is the bronze match. There we go. This is the bronze match. Then we have the finals after this. So 2 series remaining. 2 series left to go. So we are jumping into game number 2. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Incorporeal, we have the blue Polish Protoss player. We have the player representing Streamer Zone and leading the series 1-0. It is Gerald. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the red Terran, the Polish Terran, representing ROC Esports down in the series. But it's the best of 7. Plenty of games ahead of us. It is Spirit. We go. And again, Gerald was able to overwhelm, able to punish, able to barely break through and break the natural base. This time, no eBay block. This time, Spirit, he's setting up back at home. Oh, going for a double gas opener. Hello. Okay, so double gas opener out of Spirit. What does this mean? This means a faster factory. This means a delayed CC, and this can lead a couple different ways. There's a lot of options here. When it comes to Terran openers, we can go for Reactor Reaper Hellion. We can go for early mine into mine drop. We can go into early tech lab into cyclone drop. We can go for an cyclone into add-on swap into Banshee. We can go into tank drop as well. So again, Spirit, he has options, but what Gerald knows with this scout is it's going to be a tech heavy start. Yes, he does confirm the gas is where what's going on. Ooh, but he's going to be locked in. He's going to be locked in. He's going to be locked down. The probe will fall. And oh, as the probe does go down. There it is, a factory here. A very interesting location for the factory. Now, because it's thrown down here where the gas is, there's no add-on swap. Like, there's no potential for a tech lab into an add-on swap or anything like that. So we're going Reaper first into, we'll see what. Does move out, making a second Reaper, so it looks like double Reaper into a Hellion opener. Back at home, and Gerald will soon throw down his tech of choice. Here we go. As the Reaper does poke across the map. Behind this factory is done. Going for the starport, CC on the low ground. And we are still going for the Hellion, we're not going for the early attack lab. Okay. Interesting. It's going to be more of a delayed Hellion. It's a bit of an interesting start here from Spirit, is what I will say. It does feel a little bit awkward, but we're getting there. Meanwhile, Twilight Council opener out of Gerald is going for a standard blink-based opener. No crazy Stargate or no defensive robo-based play. Not against Spirit. Here comes the initial Reaper Hellion. Widowmine behind this. Into drop play. Now, what I'm most curious by is the add-ons after this. Hallucination does confirm the 111. Does confirm there's no faster second racks. There's no third racks either. Hellion Reaper is deflected. Does not find a way in. And the Hallucination did get eyes on the Widowmine as well. So Gerald, he knows that a mine drop is coming. You don't make Widowmines unless you plan to drop. There's that tech lab on the way. We have tech lab for both the factory and the starport. Spirit, he did commit quite a bit here to harassment, as he does get spotted. Gerald with the interception. Does move out. For now, is distracted by the Hellion. Does move in time, and he will deflect that drop. Yeah, Medevac could be forced back at the same time. Reapers, they bust into the mineral line. And they get one probe. One probe goes down. Medevac still being deflected. No, he does boost in. Yeah, Stalkers, they missed the rotation. Stalkers out of position. The army does get into the main. 4 probes going down. Spirit, he's pulling Geralt apart. And does he react in time? Oh no! The reaction! Oh! Okay. Ooh, does pull away. 1 probe kill. It's 1 worker so far. I mean, 5 in total. Just 5. Yeah, nice dive. Nice save there from Geralt. Again, you can trigger something like a mine. You can dive inside the gas guides to save your probe. So, very nice save. It's similar with like bunkers and with CCs as well, where you can send units inside a building or inside a medevac to bait out a shot. Behind this did open up Raven and is not going Banshee. Doesn't go Banshee, does go for the Atom Storm instead, going for Stim instead. Hallucination does confirm the lack of add-ons on the starport. He knows no Cloak Banshee. So no Cloak Banshee, it's going to be Stim. Tanks are spotted. Spirit's building up his bio army. Meanwhile, Gerald, he can blink into the main. He can go for the add-ons. He can, and he will. Yeah, it does go for the Tech Lab. He will delay Stim, as Stim was meant to be resourced here. Stim is shut down. Spirit out of position. Going for the other Tech Lab as well. Doesn't quite get it. Oh no! Does get the medevac though. No, doesn't quite get it. Medevac somehow survives. How? Medevac does make it out, and Gerald, he only really got the Tech Lab, and Stim is being resourced from the other Tech Lab instead. It's still delayed though. Still delayed. As Spirit, he does push. So 3 tanks. The medevac gets spotted. Medevac is finally going to go down. Medevac is spotted. Gerald doing a great job slowing it down. Gets a medevac, gets a couple of marines. Delays the push. Back at home, he should be. Yep, he's warping in. He's getting ready. Charge is almost. Oh my god, he almost gets a tank. Does get it. Tank goes down for a stalker. For 2 stalkers. A little bit expensive there, but alas, still worth it for Gerald. Pulls away from the auto turret. Saves the mineral line. Speaking of, another auto turret here into the natural. This time probes will go down. 2, 3 probe kills. But at this point, Spirit, he shouldn't push. Yeah, he knows. He knows that it's too late. Like, he's bought enough time. He knows that Geralt has enough to defend. Spirit knows he's too late. He backs off. Pulls away. He reinforces. Third CC is on the way. Is floating over. Spirit is going to be stuck at home. Oh, but he will take a better fight. Catching a Zealot. And with that, both armies, they back off from each other. We're going to be expanding. Spirit, he does venture out in towards the Zelnaga Tower. He is spotted. But remember, this Storm. Like, Geralt, he has 2 Eye Templar, he has Storm. Spirit, he's still pushing. I'm a little bit surprised. I don't think he can take this fight. He has Storm zones, gets another tanks. Tanks are going to go down. He getting one, getting both tanks. Yeah, brutal losses here for Spirit. He'll lose both tanks. Now he only has Marines and Marauders, and there's still Storms. Yeah, there's still a Storm in the chamber. Spirit is still rallying across the map. Just really risky play here from Spirit. Very risky. It's rotating over. Let's rotate to the right-hand side. Stims in. We have 4 Eye Templar coming in. How good are the Storms going to be? Good for the feedback. Storm grazes the army. Nothing major. Same here. Yeah, Storms, they mainly graze the army. The army does pull away well. Yeah, nice splits. Nice avoid. There's what 1 Storm left. And not even High Templar go down, and Spirit, he breaks through. Yeah, he breaks the main army. The Storms were lackluster. The Storms were not good enough. Likewise, no shield batteries, no defensive setup, and Spirit, he has broken Geralt. He has done it. Takes down the charge loss, takes down the expansion. Geralt, he has nothing left. Geralt, he has no economy. He's getting another expansion, but just not enough to hold on. Spirit, he's stimming in once again. Oh, does avoid the missile turret. Anti-missile even. Missiles avoided. The Zealots, they do charge in, but there's just not enough gateway units here. Oof. Yeah, as we just rotate towards another expansion, towards a third. Wouldn't mind they cover the retreat. Oh, they cover the main attack path. Oof. Mind shot's going up. He scans, looking for more bases. I mean, there is still another expansion top right, I guess. True. Technically. Better Storm. Spirit, he has plenty behind this. He's getting a 4th CC. Taking up into Ghost. Ghost Academy is already done. Spirit just building up a greater army. He's almost maxed out. And at this point, it's a numbers game. Like, at this point, Gerald, he just cannot hold his own. Not anymore. He split out too many units, split out too many bases. He was just so heavily reliant on those storms to buy time. And to trade well. As we still have a couple more storms. Nice spread. And Ghosts have arrived. Now it's time to EMP. Oh, does take a storm to the face. Better storms towards the end. But he finds the expansion. GG gets called. And Spirits, he will take game number 2, tying up the series 1-1. GG. Does tie the series up. And now we're getting into game number 3. We're all tied up here, and we'll see where our players do take us. When it comes to this game, again, Gerald did a great job when it came to scouting the first push, slowing it down, shutting it down as well. He was taking into Storm, he was getting another expansion, but again, the Storms were a little bit lackluster. He was forced to fight out in the open. He wasn't able to engage earlier on top of the ramp to slow down the push. Spirit, he was just so aggressive, so assertive. I wasn't too confident that he could actually break through, that he could push into the bases, but Spirit, he went for it. GG. Impressive play. Impressive play there by Spirit. Very aggressive once again. And we're now getting into game number 3. Going to be loading into Ultra Love, a much smaller map. A much smaller map here. Aggression is more favored on Ultra Love, so we'll see how Gerald adjusts. We'll see if he goes for a safer opener or something more aggressive. Do we see something crazy like 4 Gapeling Stalker? Do we go for an earlier Storm timing before the 3rd base? How safe is Gerald going to play? Because there are safer builds out there. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ultra Love, we have the blue Protoss player. We have the Polish Protoss representing Streamer Zone being forced into a tied series. We'll see if we can bring it back. It is Gerald. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the Polish Terran player. We have the Red Terran representing ROC Esports. It is Spirit. Here we go. Here we go, we're getting to our next game, getting to game number 3. Whew, okay, so just taking a moment. Make sure to hydrate all your Hydras. Beautiful. As we see for the first time, Racks Expand, economic opener out of Spirit. Single gas opener going for the fastest CC, and there it is, it's on location. So again, does go for more economic start. Now, with Gerald seeing this, he himself can also decide to cut some corners. We could see, I mean, we're expecting 3 Gapeling, but we could even see like 2 Gapeling. Like, you could try to get away with that here. It is still risky in the current meta, but it is a viable option for Gerald. Going back in for a rescout, it does confirm it is going to be Reactor first. Reactor first into a factory. There's no 2nd or 3rd racks. It is not uncommon to see like a 2nd racks into a 3rd CC, into a 3rd racks as well, into like a 3x stim timing off of an economic build. Bjorn is very fond of that build that I just mentioned. Going for the bio heavy style into the fast 3rd CC. But we're not seeing here. We're not seeing it here. And Gerald is just confirming that. So again, trying to just scout for as long as he can. Behind this, a Twilight Council opener out of Gerald, getting into Blink, and we'll see how many gateways he throws down. Does he go 2-gate Blink, 3-gate Blink? Does he go for a Robo on 2 bases? Does he take a faster third? Stalker does arrive to try to punish the natural, but is deflected. Ooh, and this time, again, Marine, no Reaper, no Hellion, no Widowmine, going Tech Lab first. So Tech Lab opener here out of Spirit. We're avoiding Widowmine Job, we're avoiding Hellion Harass. And we're opening Cyclone. Ooh, cancels. Oh. It does open Cyclone. Meanwhile, Gerald forcing his way through, does take down all the Marines. Yeah, 4 Marines going down. This is the downside of skipping your Hellion or skipping your Widowmine, is that you have less units early on because you have to wait for the Tech Lab. And there was no safety bunker. Yeah, no bunker. Spirit Heel's cutting corners. He's punished. As Gerald will spot the SCV. We'll bring it down. And now he has to respect the Cyclone. Nice lock on. Takes down the Adept. Cyclone taking a lot of damage. Oh! Almost. Catching out the Stalker as well. Very nice control by Spirit. Does that control? Does take down the Marines. Gerald, he pulls away. And behind this, it was Tech Lab into Cyclone, into early tank, into early Banshee play as well. This is very tech heavy. As you can see, it's very tech heavy here. Early tank production, early Banshee production as well. We're getting ready for an earlier push. Very committed push. Meanwhile, when it comes to the third base timing, we can see Robo on 2 bases, 3 gates set up, then a third base. So pretty safe start here from Gerald. He doesn't rush into the third as quickly as I think he could have. And Spirit, he will confirm the timing. He does confirm. He sees how much later the progression is on the third base. And he's gearing up. Now, he has 2 options here. He can either go for a Banshee Harass and then push with his ground army, or he can just bring everything together, which is what's happening, and push all at once. But as he moves down, Gerald's moving in. Uh-oh. Blink is done, and they miss each other completely. Spirit, he's waiting for the army. He's waiting for the army. Tank goes down. Massive pickoff. Gerald coming in from behind, going for the Banshee as well. Remember, there's no cloak. Takes on the Banshee. And these are very, very nice pickoffs here from Gerald, catching the tank, catching the Banshee, delaying the push, shutting it down. We'll lose a couple of Stalkers in the process. A lot of Stalkers, actually. Yeah, that's 3 Stalkers going down. But this is still worth it for Gerald. So he was able to get some high-value pickoffs. And with that, Spirit, his early push is shut down. Like, what does he have to work with? He's down to 2 tanks, down to 1 Banshee. Like, these are, again, just really gas-intensive units. These were the backbone of the army. And now there's that much less of a backbone. So much strength, the strength of this push has been taken away from Spirit. Gerald's getting into charge, +1, and Bay for Colossus, not rushing into Storm this time, but going into Colossus instead. So a very different kind of follow-up here from Gerald. And Spirit, he's stuck in the center. At this point, I don't think it's worth pushing. And he doesn't. Oh god, as he will not lose the tank, thankfully. Doesn't lose the Banshee either. Banshee barely survives on 10 HP. Oh, as Gerald is getting a little bit too cavalier here, but he does want those tanks. And he will get 1. Yeah, 1 tank goes down. Takes out the Banshee, takes out another, and all 3 tanks. Oh god, all 3 tanks go down. The Banshee as well. And Spirit is down to vanilla Marines. Remember, no upgrades. No upgrades, no stim, no combat shields, no +1, no upgrades whatsoever. Gerald, if he's able to reinforce his army, he may just be able to kill. Yeah, he's just rallying everything across the map. Remember, there's no bunker, there's no defensive setup here. Spirit didn't need it. If he had map control, he would not need that defensive setup. But Gerald, he pulls away. Gerald, he pulls away. He pulls back home. He'll expand. But so far, Gerald, he's looking much more comfortable. Now, thankfully, Spirit had a 3rd CC. 3rd CC's about to finish. So he will soon expand, and we're going to get into a longer game. But there's a lot of pressure on Spirit to get some value here out of his army, out of these drops. Observer is gonna be hunted down. Go, he doesn't like that. Smooch, Pappy, smooch. How dare you kill my observer? Give me back my vision. Tell me where you are. I deserve to know. Oh no. As Spirit, he will be taking his third base, and he's just gonna turtle up. Okay, just turtling up. Knocks down the tower. Fourth CC is on the way. I mean, again, Spirit, because he lost so many tanks and so many Banshees throughout the course of this game, you can see here 4 tanks and 2 Banshees. He has no map control. He has no momentum. He is stuck at home. The correct thing to do here for Spirit is one of 2 things. Either turtle and take another base and try to max, or go into an all-in. And we have the answer. He's not all-in. He's not all-inning. Meanwhile, for Gerald, it's on him to contain, right? It's on him to delay the 4th base for as long as possible, take map control, and it's going to be on Gerald to be the first to max out. And so far, he's getting a 5th. Yep, he's doing all the right things, getting a 5th base. Oh, diving on the army. Nice force fields. He knocks down the bio. And knocks down the Marauders as well. Ooh, and he will overwhelm. He shuts down most of the Marines. At the same time, Zelda come in from behind. This was a little bit overzealous. As Zelda cleaned up. Charge shots are cleaned up. Behind this, just building up back at home. Securing his 4th, getting his 3rd, sorry, getting his 5th. Taking more gateways. And Spirit, he is expanding, or at least he's trying to. Again, once again, the pressure is on Gerald to make sure this doesn't happen and to try to fight for this base, but Spirit's getting in position. He's getting in position, he's securing his 4th. Gerald is now aware, now he responds, but this response, it feels a little bit late. Oof, yes, the tank's already sieged. Tank's already sieged up. Spirit, he has secured his 4th base. And this is a pretty big win for Spirit. Like, again, the pressure was on Spirit to get a 4th, and now he has it. And what does this 4th mean? This 4th means that Spirit will max. He will max out. Meanwhile, Gerald's looking for a way into the main. Does slip in. Likewise, Gerald's getting a 6th expansion. Gerald's getting into disruptors. Is he on... he's still on 1 robo. He should be on 3. Does find some free tanks. Yeah, he gets 1, 2, 3 tanks going down. Spirit out of position. And I was concerned that this base was going to get up and running for free, but no, Gerald, he does punish. Oh, no! Where's the bio, though? Sorry, where's the support? Where's the buffer? Where's the gateway army? Let's get the hell out of here. Gerald pulls away. Spirit gonna hunt him down. He sees how vulnerable this army is, and Colossus on their own, they mean nothing. Yeah, Sims on 4 takes down 1, 2, 3 Colossus. Yeah, 3 Colossus go down. Gerald to overextend. But at the same time, Zelda wreaking havoc in the main base, forcing the main to lift. Taking down the gases, getting into all the depots, came with the production, trading well. So Gerald, he still trades well. And behind this, the supply does lie, right? The soup does lie. As Gerald, he has a bank. He has 2,000 minerals in the bank, and he needs gases. Oof. Fun fact, Gerald, no gases at the 3rd or the 4th. He's still on only 4 gases. Gerald, take your gases. Oh my god. That's why Gerald can't afford a 2nd robo. As he's gas starved. And I'm hoping he can take his gases soon, otherwise Spirit could recover. Like Gerald, he's stuck only remaxing with Zealots. And Zealots are good, but you know, a more complex and tech-heavy army can be better. There we go. Gases are now on the way, thankfully. We're getting some gases, but these gases are late. These are late gases for Gerald. So that is a bit of a concern. Gerald, he's on 12 gates. Zelda hit the right-hand side. So far, Spirit's keeping up. Despite that 10 SCV kills. And Spirit, he still is holding on to his 4th. Supply block, but he's holding on. Show us the Novas. There it goes up. Turns away. Flips the army. There's 1 Nova left. Now down to 0. 0 Novas. Now there's the second Robo. And again, now he can afford the Robo just because now he has gases. He's just now saturating. There we go. Now taking more gases. Again, again, Gerald was just really, really gas starved. Now he is taking them. From here, once again, Gerald, he is maxed. He's maxed out. And he wants that 4th expansion. Nova's a little bit trigger happy here. That was all 3 Novas. Uh-oh. Was all 3. Gerald, calm down. Taking another expansion. Soon, Gerald, he can afford to throw down a Stargate and start working towards Skytos. Spirit, he is holding, he's defending, and Spirit, for the first time, Spirit, he's maxed. Spirit, he's maxed at 200 supply. Looks to being knocked down. Spirit, he has a massive death pool of an army. Look, get sniped. Geralt, again, he's still very zealot heavy, which is my concern. Like, this is not the ideal army that you do really want in this kind of game state. You do want a little bit more of a backbone, then followed by the chargelets, of course. Zealots hit the northern base. Okay, he's in the mineral line at the same time the main army is pushing in. Once again, he throws out all 3 Novas. Gerald, calm down. He does get the Nexus, though. Does get the Planetary, I should say. There we go. Planetary does go down. Very nice pickoff. Takes down 15 SCVs, and this makes it worth it. And Spirit, he's committed. Gerald, we need warpins. We need reinforcements. Ooh, nice EP. Takes down the High Templar. Storm popping up. The Storm connects. Goes moving in. Catching out some of the tanks. Tanks are going down. Ooh, Disruptors overextend though. Yeah, a bit of miscontrol from Geralt. He'll lose all the Disruptors, but it may not matter. He has plenty of charge lots. Ooh, takes down a full medevac. And Geralt, he should run away with this. Remember, Spirit, he lost his 4th. He lost the 4th base. He's rebuilding here on the right-hand side. Spirit, he bleeds out most of his army. Geralt, he should be quick to max, to remax, and then to push. Geralt, he's all over Spirit here. Again, Spirit just had a really rough early game and early to mid game. As he was losing far too much, GG gets called as Spirit is broken, and Gerald, he will take game number 3, taking a lead in the series. Whew, GG, well played. Gerald, he will take a lead here. Again, a much stronger early to mid game from Gerald. He was able to maintain map control. He was able to punish Spirit, able to catch out the Banshees, able to catch out the tanks, able to shut down the main push. And Spirit, he was stuck at home. As we mentioned at the time, he had to make 1 of 2 decisions. Spirit, he could either turtle and try to max out, or go for an all-in. And his choice was to turtle, up, was to try to max out. But the problem there was as we saw, that Geralt, he had free reign to do whatever he wanted, and he was still able to pull Spirit apart. With a Prism into the main base, with a Zealot run by in towards the towards the 4th base. And with that, GG, well played. We're now getting into our next game, getting into game number 4. We're getting into game 4, and we'll see if Gerald can extend his lead. We'll see if Spirit can bounce back. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Tokamak, we have the Polish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Streamer Zone, leading the series 2-1. And we'll see if he can keep that run going. We'll see if he can extend his lead. It is Gerald. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the red Polish Terran player. We have the red Terran, the Polish Terran representing ROC Esports. Down in the series, can he fight back? Can he make this a back and forth and tie things up? It is Spirit. go. We go as Spirit, he does move in. Once again, slipping by and going for the eBay block, just like game number 1. So the eBay is upon us, and we'll see how Gerald reacts. We'll see if he once again responds with Stalkers, with early game aggression to try to punish Spirit. For the time being though, Gerald is going to be forced to expand at the 3rd location. So a nice start for Spirit. He will be able to disrupt and delay. There it is, Gerald expanding here at the 3rd location, at the linear 3rd. We'll see when Spirit, there we go, does cancel, and up! Oh, Gerald, he canceled the base, he tries to throw it down, but he's gonna be denied! No shot, it's such a big delay. Zilla does arrive, and there goes the Nexus, but again, a late Nexus here from Gerald. Now, thankfully, he gets it. Thankfully, there was the cancellation, and the probe didn't go down. Would have been brutal if a second eBay was thrown down. Whew. Okay, we're calming down. Meanwhile, Spirit is going for the low ground TC. That's a command center before the factory, so this time there should be plenty of progression on the command center. Safety bunker as well. Spirit, he has learned from game 1. He has learned from it. Remember, what happened in game 1? Game 1, he had gone for the... was it game 1 or the previous, or game 2? Where he had gone for the later command center. Yeah, he had gone for the faster factory, later command center. And he was punished. This time Spirit playing safe. He plays safe. The Stalker has arrived, but this time there's a bunker. Right? This time there's a bunker. This time the natural's more secure. The army poking up the ramp. And the command center will complete. And we can see Gerald still rallying across the map. Gets a Marine. And gets a Marine, does not get the depot, and with that Spirit he holds. He holds, he shuts down the initial Adept, the initial Stalker. Spirit is all over this. Forced to recall, and does not recall back home in time. Adept goes down. Spirit looking good, looking solid. He delayed the economy, he delayed the Nexus, behind this getting into his own 1-1-1. He saves his own natural base, and he switches up into Cloak Banshee. Ooh, okay. So a couple of things here. Now, because of the opener, because of the build, because of what's happened so far in this game, Gerald, he opened up Zealots into Stalker, into Adept, into another Stalker. What I'm getting at, 0 sentries. 0 sentries here just because he was trying to be hyper aggressive. The aggression failed, and now he's stuck at home defending. He will clean this up. Nice around. But no sentry means no scouting. Means he has no idea what's going on. Like, Gerald, he has no idea that Cloak Banshees are coming, as he has no sentry and no way to scout. Behind this, we have 2 more gates on the way. It's going to be a 3-gate blink setup into a 3rd. I believe that's a 3rd base before Robo. So no Robo, no detection, no observer. Gerald, he's cutting corners because of the early game, so that's why he's going for the faster base. Oh, my apologies. So we did warp in 1 sentry. Okay, did warp in a sentry, thankfully, and will scout. And does confirm. Okay. Whew. Does confirm the blink. Sorry, the blink. Does confirm Cloak, does confirm the upgrade, it does confirm what's going on. So Gerald knows. He knows back at home, safety shield bars are finishing up, Robo is on the way. Now remember, the Robo is late because of the faster base, because we're trying to recover. Banshee has arrived, and so far, 0 detection. But the Banshee does not commit. Ooh, okay. Doesn't go into... I mean, there is a shield battery, which will keep units alive, but Spirit, he doesn't risk losing his Banshee. Doesn't risk it, and this is helping Gerald. Like, if the Banshee had hit the natural, pros would be dying. If the Banshee had hit the 3rd, pros would also be dying there as well. I mean, transferring workers. So this is very fortunate here for Gerald, as he's being given time. Oh no! He's being given time. Banshees are heading to the main base, but the Observer's about to pop. And Spirit is taking a little bit too long. Two Banshees, they can one-shot workers. There's Cloak. Sorry, there's Blink. Getting over the Banshees. That's still going to be 7 dead workers, though. It's crazy. 7 probes go down. Not a bad trade for 1 Banshee. True. Not bad. Could have been worse, but not bad at all. From here, Spirit, he does break out with his main army. And again, that was merely only the first phase, the first wave. Because now we have Stim, Combat Shields, and +1 all lined up here for Spirit. And Gerald, he missed the push. Oh boy, he does miss the main army. He's about to spot it with the scouting pylon. Just now, he responds. Army's rushing in. There's a recall back home, as Gold is completely out of position. Thankfully, does have some charge lots. Rollers, they do drop in. Medevac gets started down. Does focus on both Medevacs. No more healing. Oh, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. He breaks through the defensive line anyway. He gets into the middle line. Probe's going to be going down. This is critical damage. This is game-ending damage. Oof. As he does take down the army, going for the Nexus itself. GG gets called. There's nothing to defend. And Spirit, he will tie up the series 2-2. Whew. We have a back and forth. We have a series. Let's go. Oh, let us go. We have a series here. And we're going to game 5. Bearing in mind, this is still a best of 7, by the way, so we still have plenty more games ahead of us. we got more games to come, Pappy. Let's go. Plenty more. Here we go. We're getting into game number 5. And again, Spirit had a much stronger start here. He was able to punish the Stalkers, punish the Adepts, able to secure his own setup, able to get away with the Banshees. And again, even though the Cloak Banshee was scouted, it was a late reaction, which means it was a late setup. And we saw the Banshees, they still got damage done. They still got 7 probes. And we're now getting into game 5. Getting into game 5 here. And we'll see who takes the lead. Who takes the lead in the series. Who will gain that momentum. As we're leading into ley lines. Let's go. Whew. Let's go. Top up your tanks. Yes. See you in the chat. Top them up. Ah. I like it. I don't think we've done one for tanks. So I do like it. As spawning in the one corner of ley lines, we have our blue Protoss player. We have the Polish Protoss being forced into a tied series. But again, it's still a best of 7 back. We've still got plenty more games ahead of us. We'll see who takes the lead. It is Gerald for Streamers. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the red Polish Terran player. We have representing ROC Esports once again sneaking out with that SCV. It is Spirit. The SCV does sneak out, and once again we are going for the eBay block for the 3rd time this series. Now each time we've had a different follow-up, but this time we see Gerald, he's on patrol. Yeah, he does scout, he does get eyes on the SCV, and this time he will be able to pull the boys and focus us down. Here we go, the boys are being pulled, so this is the correct response. If you're able to scout this in time, you pull the boys, you focus down the SCV, and you focus down the eBay, which will allow Gerald to expand. Whoop. Up. There we go. Does force a cancel. And now Gerald, he can expand freely. Again, if you scout it late, like we've seen previously in the series, then you can't pull the boys in time. There'll be too much progression, too much health on the eBay, so you're forced to expand elsewhere. If you scout it early enough, you can pull them. You can pull them down. And from here, Gerald, he can now expand. Likewise, Spirits are going for a single gas opener, racks into CC. Economic openers all around. Let's go. As Reaper does break in. Reaper does break in. Just trying to get a read on the tech of choice. Speaking of, there it is. Twilight Council opener out of Gerald, and the Reaper does confirm. Let's confirm the opener. Behind this, Spirit going for his factory on the high ground. He's all set up for an add-on swap. Getting to his own 1-1-1. Yeah. He better respond with a one-way solo now. I think that was a comment in response to the delayed Nexus from Gerald in the last game. Unfortunately not. Unfortunately. Didn't quite come to pass. But we do have our Hellion into Winter Mine, so no early Tech Lab. No early Tech Labs this time from Spirit, going into a Mine Drop, followed by, oh, even another Winter Mine. Okay. Committing a little bit harder to the Mine Drop. We Hellion into the Mineral Lines. They'll sit by. Does scout the initial 2-gate setup. As the Reaper Hellion is cleaned up. Likewise, Gerald, he moves out with that hallucination. With this timing, he will be able to... he might spot the drop. It's going to be close. Barely not. Barely does miss it. But he will get eyes that the add-ons are just now finishing up. Yeah, just now completing. We can see Gerald trying to intercept. Does rotate. Again, he knows that a drop is coming. And he will get it just in time. Very nice. The is going up. Oh, Autobus does bring it down. Nice clean up here. Gerald, he shuts down the drop. He shuts down the Winter Mines, and they do 0 damage. Whew, okay. Esther, Gerald. Calm down. Brings down the medevac. Likewise, Temple Archive is going to be on the way. We saw previously in this series Gerald switch into Colossus, but here on Ley Lines we're going into Storm. As Gerald does shade into the main. Gets one SCV. Oh, not even. Going to be cleaned up. As Gerald's just trying to maintain map control. Does rotate over, does delay, does contain the Raven. Ooh, never mind, the Jukes! Yeah, the Raven pulled away, then pulls back in, and Gerald, he will miss the Raven. Aye, aye, aye. It was a really good rotation out of Gerald, but alas, he did misread Spirit's movement. And Spirit gets by. He does slip by. Well, you can see Gerald, yeah, he rotates all the way over. He's racing here because he's assuming that the Raven went from one side to the other, when really went from one side to the same side. He just double back. Just double back around. So again, like, unfortunately, Gerald, he just misread the movement there. Raven into the bases. Spotted by the pylon. And we do get the auto turret into the main. So as the Raven takes a lot of damage. A lot of hits. Likewise, Spirit going for his own double drop, hugging the edge of the map. Upgrades are about to finish up, and Spirit will expand. So third TC's on the way. I should also emphasize here, unlike some of the previous games, it's been very bio-centric, and we have a much earlier stim this time. The reason why stim is so early on, do you see what I see? No tanks, right? 0 tank production. Likewise, only just now going into Woodlands. Oh, as Spirit, he tries to catch out the Stalkers, and he will! Yeah, Blink is on cooldown. He gets 1, he gets 2. And he barely gets 3 towards the end. Very nice catch out of Spirit. Late reaction by Gerald. But again, just really delayed factory production. That's why Stim is so quick. Spirit, he breaks out on the right-hand side and also pushing towards the left. There's a scan. Does rush forward. Shot to the natural. Gerald trying to respond. Storm in the mineral line. Despite that, does delay mining a little bit longer here, but he has to pick up. He has to get the hell out of here. Trades well, but does leave. Does sort of towards the main. At the same time, the main are pushing on forward, but there's still plenty of scans. Sorry, plenty of storms. Plenty of storms left over. There's the first storm. We've got at least 3 more left. At least. As the storms, they do connect. Not bad. Oh, God, God, God. He does take the storm to the face. Despite that, he's still got a couple of marauders left over. A couple of marauders. He takes down most of the stalkers. Targets down the Archon. Barely does get it. Spirit, he does rally. Does rally his army across the map. Gerald's barely holding on. That was an expensive hold, though. He lost most of his High Templar. He lost the Archon. He has 1 Templar left. 2 more behind this as Yinji overcharged. He's got the storm. Still holding on to that storm. Just now breaking out, focusing down the medivacs. Nice defense here from Gerald. Very nice pickups. This Gerald, he's holding, he's defending. Targets down a Marauder. Forces Spirit back home. Oh, and from here, the game continues. Spirit, he's just now finishing up his own Ghost Academy. 4th CC is now going to be on the way. Spirit, he's still not backing off. He's still being hyper aggressive. But he hasn't achieved too much damage. He's been trading with the army, yes, but he hasn't done any economic damage. We can see Gerald, he's on 85 workers. Gerald just now taking his gases. Making sure he can actually afford getting into splash damage and getting into Colossus. Ducklings in. Gets 1 medevac, gets 1. Doesn't quite get the other. Oof. Brutal connections. Yeah, brutal mine shots. Gerald scrambling to defend. Does warp it in time. Ooh, the Raven goes down. It's been there in the corner of the map for quite some time, but is going to be cleaned up. And with that, Spirit is forced home. With that, Gerald, he has gained map control. Pushing on forward. Here come the storms. Oh, force him off into Archons. No storms remaining, not yet. Got another High Templar has arrived. Templar, they're reinforcing from across the map. There we go. Bay is now on the way. 2nd Robo as well. Getting to double Robo production. Double Colossus production eventually. He just needs a little bit more time. Until then, Spirit can still take a fight. Now he's stuck at home. As he does him forward. Storms are decent. Let's respect the army. Yeah, the storms, they were okay. They did graze some of the medevacs. He rotates towards the 3rd base. Spirit out of position. He's racing over. He does get here in time. And again, there's just no power units behind this. Like where the storms, where the Colossus. They're the Zealots, so true. Gets 8 SCVs. Zealots, they cracked. 8 SCVs go down. Spirit pushing towards the center. And right now, Gerald, he has a booming economy. He's on what? He's on 96 probes. It's crazy. He has an insane economy. Spirit is still trying to catch up. Spirit, yes, he's maxed out, but the soup does lie. Like, even though both armies are maxed, Gerald has a bank and Spirit does not. Spirit, he needs to preserve this base, but this base is so exposed. You can storm from the low ground. It's a very difficult base to hold on to, especially this early on. EP goes off. Gerald has to be careful. He only has one High Templar. I said one, now zero. Zero Templar. He's got 2 disruptors on the way. Again, Gerald, his army is very gateway heavy. He needs some robo units. There we go, 3 High Templar morphing in. Disruptors have arrived. Oh no! He says in! He gets one! He gets both! No, Shot takes out both disruptors. 0 disruptors left. There's 1 Colossus on the way. Takes down the Archon, takes down the Immortal. Sorry, takes down the Immortal. The Archon does better survive. Colossus, they're not with the main army. They're out doing their own thing. We need the Colossus. We need anything. As now they're being activated. Trying to join up with the main army. Clanking storms coming in. Very nice storms. Oh my god. Storms, they land. The army is very battered, very bruised. A bit of a premature storm. But one more storm will kill everything. EP goes off. Colossus getting caught out. The army does reinforce. And again, this army is 1 swipe away from just going down completely. They gotta respect the Colossus. And Gerald, he survives. And again, he still has... How many gateways is he on? 10. Oh, only 10. There we go. 2 more gates are on the way, so we could do with extra gateways. He's taking another expansion. Again, Gerald just having a bit of a harder time spending his money. But this is what we spoke about. It's just so difficult to maintain this base mining. As Spirit is still in a 3-base economy. He cannot mine from the 4th. So we'll run into the 3rd. Little planetary going down. It does survive. He doesn't commit. He plays it safe. Works in, pulls out. And again, because this game has been so heavily reliant on gateway units for so long, that's why there are no Vikings. Like, the Viking switch is a little bit awkward, or just later here for Spirit. Second starport just finished. Oh god, but the lasers. The lasers, they punish. Oof. Coming from the right. Those are going up. Some nice connections. Takes on 2 ghosts, but the Vikings, they punish. They get one of the Colossus. Oh, but the Vikings, they overextend. They're losing every Viking. Big overextension from Spirits. Meanwhile, 12 SCVs just went down. Spirit is taking more bases, though. He's holding his own, at least. He's holding his own. He has more potential with his army. Mass EMP. And where are the Zealots? Nowhere to be found. Taking down another Colossus. Oof, down to 2. There are 2 Colossus left. Gerald is bleeding out a lot of supply. He knows he needs those warpins. Nice Viking storm. The Ravens up. Oh my god, brutal connections. Another storm as well. The flanking splash damage. That's what he needed. He needed a pappy. Oh, Zealots would still be ideal here. Just charge or reinforce him so that he goes to Stalkers instead. Just whatever he can. Catching out another Viking. Building back up his disruptors. And even though some of these trades are a little bit awkward, or even some of these trades are better for Spirits, what's important is that Gerald is trading. And the important thing about that, of course, is that Spirit doesn't really have a large bank, so he can't afford these trades the same way that Gerald can. As Gerald has all these mass expansions. Has 102 Gerald, we need to calm down, okay? 102 workers. That's too many probes. Not again. Not again. He's going full TY on us. Those that are curious, TY would often go up to 90 or 100 workers or SCVs in his games. This is back in, I think, early Legacy or maybe Heart of the Swarm. And it was asked in an interview why he does that. His answer was like, I expect SCVs to die. Like I expect them to die to run-bys or to counterattacks. So if that happens, then he still has like a decent worker count. It's like, okay, sure. I mean, it worked. Ooh, as Novas go off, brutal connections. Oh, another Nova. Yeah, the Novas have been ideal. The Storm as well. Spirit taking everything to the face. Was distracted by the Zealots. I mean, 16 SCVs have gone down. There's still Zealots in the natural. Spirit still being pulled apart. And Gerald, he's in the driver's seat. Has been for quite some time. As Spirit has been connected. Basically, the moment that Spirit lost the base on the right-hand side. When he's tried to expand here in the center, he's just been bullied time and time and time again. It's just been a rough game here for Spirit after losing all that momentum early on. It's just so difficult to regain that from your opponents in TvP. In. Spirit, once again, he's maxed out. Gerald, he's got a 10k, 5k bank. We have mass DT. Large Templar have arrived. Now, thankfully, Spirit is in position and he has turrets as well. Gerald, he doesn't have Blink, doesn't have Shadow Stride, just now finishing. Sensor tower takes down the turret. Still being active. Liberation has arrived. This will make it more difficult here for Gerald to break the center base. This is where Tempest come into play. This is where Tempest do excel. If your opponent has a high Liberator count. And speaking of, how many lives so far? 11! 11 Liberators for Spirits. Gerald, he has not thrown down the Stargate. He's not ready for Sky Toss. Does he need, like, Sky Toss is ideal in this position to take up into Sky Toss, to take the skies. Does Gerald need it? Technically, he can still win the game without it, but he's giving Spirit the opportunity to have better fights and have more efficient trades. This is still a little bit on Gerald because again, Gerald, he's got so many resources in the bank. There's no reason not to start like +1 air attack on the Cyber Core, second Cyber Core, double Stargates in towards like just at least have all the tech ready. Like, there's no reason not to have that. So that is a concern if the game goes on longer. Liberation comes in, takes down 1, 2, 3 disruptors. Scan for the Large Templar. Yeah, Libera's just bullying back the ground army. The base is gonna fall. And this is a nice trade here, a nice pick up from Spirit. Wins the main fight, takes down the expansion. He can just keep going from here. And again, Gerald, he starts a Void Ray. That's not what I mean when I say Sky Toss. No. Breaking in on the right hand side, bottom right. Templar still looking for damage. slipping in towards the natural. Or in between the bases even. Meanwhile, Spirit trying to establish another expansion. Gerald, he's still not taking into Skytoss. Into a Flea Peak and into Tectonic Stabilizers. Liberators are standing up, and then Gerald's a little bit late to react. Ooh, losing 2 Colossus and the Disruptor. And a High Templar. These are expensive losses here for Gerald. Takes down the CC. But Spirit, he trades well. Does trade well. And for the first time in a long time, Spirit now he's accumulating a bank. For the first time this game even, he's accumulating a bank. Liberation is ready. He's going to try to fight his way through it. Gerald, he's working through those Liberators, but at a cost. As those 8 Liberators going down. For 6 Stalkers. Not the worst trade from Gerald. So here Gerald, he does push to the center. Ooh, nice save on the SCVs. Snipe that Liberator once again. And again, even though I was bringing up the fact that there's no tech and there's no setup into Skytoss, I mean, as I mentioned before, and I guess we'll reiterate it, Gerald, he can still pull this off with a ground-based army. It's just more difficult, right? It's just more difficult. It's more inefficient. And it is giving Spirit these opportunities. I mean, again, Spirit, he takes a bit of fight. You can see Gerald just plummet in supply. Throwing away a wave of gateway units. Nuke into the center. And Gerald, does he notice? Uh-oh. Looks like he does not. He does not notice. Nuke goes off. Oof, takes down 4 probes. Thankfully, not game ending. That's what's going to mean now. He's taking a new flash. Liberation is here. He's got the freedom. He's got the freedom. Here, pushing into the expansion. We have more Stalker Warpins. The Liberator comes right there. Oh no, Miss Rally! Throws away 2 Colossus. Again, these are the moments that Spirit is hoping for. Recalls bottom right, which means the army is exposed. And Gerald, he will save bottom right, but he will lose top left. Yeah, this base is going to go down. Trading a base for a base. So a bit of a base trade here. As planetaries that will buy some time. This base will fall. Moving in, taking down 1 Nexus, going for another, and going for another as well. And again, this recall here from Gerald, I'm not too convinced by it. I don't think it was quite worth it. But again, he has the bank anyway, so it's one of those things where these are all some really nice pickups here from Spirit, but doesn't matter. As he takes down top left, and center base as well. 38 probe kills. Slowly they blink in. Oh. Liberator's out of position. Getting 1, 2, soon to be 3 Liberators. Nicely done. Liberators are late to on siege. GCs are coming from behind, and Gerald, he will clean this up. Cleans up most of the army. Force back. At the same time, takes out another Nexus. Another base goes down. And the head-on fights, I do favor Gerald here as he takes out another planetary. He's got 3 Disruptors, 2 Colossus, Mass DT. Yeah, Spirit is racing back home. Spirit, he's running out of resources. Yo, we're just waiting for the warp-ins, waiting for the remax. And Gerald, he should have enough. He should have enough here. He's now 21 SCVs. Okay. Raining down the low ground. Punishing the economy. And Spirit, he was able to snipe a lot of bases, he was able to do a lot of damage. But likewise, Gerald, he also knocked down the next planetary. Also getting to mineralize, also crippling the economy here. Of Spirit. So another base is falling. Yeah, this is the last mining base here of Spirits. At this point, he's just running out of steam. He's running out of steam, running out of money. Gerald, he's done it. He's done it. It wasn't the prettiest way or the cleanest way to end things, but it's fine. It's fine. Just commit to ground toss. When you have that much of a bank, it doesn't even matter. As nerves are connecting. Brutal connections there on Spirits. Court. Gets on top of the disruptors. They'll take him in from behind. Gerald's trading well enough. We have more reinforcements. Nah, that's plenty. And from there, there's going to be plenty. GG gets called. And Gerald, he will take a lead in the series 3-2. Taking down Spirit here on ley lines. And one game away from claiming third place. GG. GG, well played. Whew, again, winding it back, if you missed out, again, it was a half-an-hour game, so if you missed out in the beginning, if you did miss out in the start, you may have missed the openers, but Spirit had a really rough early to mid-game. If you recall, he did skip any kind of heavy factory-based production. He was going for earlier stim, going for a heavy bio-army, but he was being shut down. He did not do enough damage. He very quickly lost map control, and we saw Gerald snowball from there. Able to contain, able to punish. We spoke about it, but the game-winning move for Gerald was like, what, 20 minutes ago, when Gerald had broken the fourth base, the original fourth base of Spirit. After that base was broken, Spirit, he tried to re-expand at the center expansion. He was just bullied. He was just punished, and he just could not actually get into his 4-base economy. As that was happening, Gerald took his own 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th base, like it all just over from there. And that's why Gerald had a massive bank. That's why Spirit was stuck defending back at home, just because of that kind of mid game that did swing heavily in Gerald's favor. We speak about this all the time, but may as well bring it up again. TvP is very momentum based, and it goes both ways. If either player has a really rough start, if they lose their 3rd base or they lose their 4th base early on, it's really difficult to recover and to make up for that. There are comeback mechanics like DTs, disruptors, storm, or drop play from the side of Terran, for example, or just trying to outposition your opponent. Like, there are ways to recover, but you're also relying on your opponent to make mistakes. For the most part, Gerald, he was looking solid. I was mentioning that again, he was sticking with ground toss, and he was taking some worse fights, but by then he already had a 10k bank anyway. Like, he could afford it. By then, you know, he had already cemented himself in the game, and it was only a matter of time. GG. GG, well played. With that, Gerald, he does take a lead, and now we're getting into our next game. We're getting into game number 6. Let's go. And we'll see if Spirit can recover. We'll see if he can force the ace match. Catching up. Catching up in the chat. Here we go. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Pylon, we have the Polish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss. The blue Protoss himself, leading the series 3-2, and one game away from claiming the series and claiming his 3rd place here at the FEL Fusion Esports League Polish Championship, representing Streamer Zone. It is Gerald. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Polish Terran player. We have the red Terran representing ROC Esports down in the series. But again, if he takes this game, he can force the ace match. It is Spirit. Here we go. Just catching up in the chat. Honestly, Spirit doing Gerald a favor, killing probes. 13k pang, don't need 90 probes anymore. He had 106, which was crazy. But yes. When it was losing workers towards the tail end there, it was definitely benefiting Gerald a lot more. For sure. It was benefiting him. As we get into openers, single gas opener, so Rax expand out of Spirits going for an economic start. Likewise, we have Gerald back at home going for his own standard opener as well. Whew, we're going to be settling in. And again, welcome one and all to Pylon. Pylon is known for aggression. Pylon is known for all-ins from the side of the Terran, or really from either side, really. Aggression is favored here on Pylon. We rarely get Z longer in later games on this map. Not impossible, but they are a rarer sight. So we'll see which one of our two players is going to be the aggressor. Likewise, when it comes to this game, when it comes to this series, stamina is very much so a factor. It's a best of 7, and even last game, that was 30 minutes. There's a reason why it took us a little bit longer to get into this lobby, because the players did need a moment to catch their breath. Like, it's a lot. For sure. We'll see if Spirit does have the stamina to go all the way. Here we go. From here, gonna be settling into our game 6. And with that initial opener here, we have our 1-1-1 out of Spirit. He does delay his tech lab, so delayed tech lab going for the initial Hellion. I believe this should be a single Hellion just to scout into tech lab into our next form of tech. As Spirit, he does skip his Reaper. Yeah, he does skip his Reaper, going Reactor Marine. Stalker has arrived, the CC or he's already done. It's already complete. Behind this, we have our tech of choice going for a blink-based opener. Again, Gerald, he has not messed around at all with Stargate-based openers or Robo openers either. 2 more gates are on the way, so going 3-gate blink. Spirit does break out, does force back the army. Wouldn't mind does burrow. And with that, Spirit holds. No safety bunker. Bear that in mind. There's no safety bunker here, so that's why this is a bit of a more rougher defense or messy defense here from Spirit. Said behind this, going for a mine drop, not going for the tech lab. Okay. I assumed he would. Nice pick off there from Gerald. Baits out the mine shots. Ooh, tries to at least. Meanwhile, Gerald, he has not actually scouted the main. Hoping he does. The depth does fall. Gets a second Marine. That's 2 Marine kills. Boys are pulled to repair. And we have the mine drop across the map. 1 Widow Mine, 1 Hellion. Bearing in mind that 1 Widow Mine was left back at home to defend. So a bit of an awkward drop, more designed to scout more than anything. This isn't really meant to deal damage. Slips into the bases. Gets behind the mineral line. And probes. He's denying mining time, true. Does 9 mining. Does scout the tech. And does disrupt the economy, at least somewhat here for Gerald. Mine shot goes off. And the game will continue. From here, interesting. So we do have the earlier tech lab on the racks. So a hidden second racks here by Spirit. Curious. That's why I was waiting to see the tech lab on the factory or the tech lab on the starport. But no, it was actually on the racks instead. So early stim. Mindro comes back in. Gets 1 more probe that picks up and does pull away. So we have a 2-1-1 setup here from Spirit. Early tank production, early stim as well. This is going to be quite a strong timing here for the Terran. We spoke earlier, if you remember, at the start of this game, how Pylon is known for aggression and it favors players that are being more aggressive. That's what we're seeing here. That's what we're seeing here out of Spirit with that very early stim. He's going to have 3 tanks. He's going to have 3 tanks with his push, and it's going to come down to Gerald to scout this and to slow it down. He has plenty of stalkers. He has how many? He has 8. He has 8 stalkers. He has high ground vision. He's gonna blink into the main. Going for the add-ons. The army moves out. As he moves out, so Gerald moves in. And he does actually ignore the add-ons. He goes further in. Goes for Stim. No shot. Can he deny? Oh, the boys are being pulled to repair. And Stim, one more volley. He's so close. No, he doesn't get it. Oh my god. No, he still might. Yeah, he still might. For now, he does turn around. Recalls back home. He does not deny it. Yes, Stim does survive. Stim will finish. And here comes Spirit. He rallies everything across the map. He did not turn around. A crazy turn of events. He was so close. One more volley away. He could have denied it. Aye, aye, aye. And Spirit is going for the kill. He's going for the third. He will siege up. Tank blows on the sentry. Sentry goes down. The tank taking a lot of damage. Ooh, one tank does fall. Uh-oh. Takes down one tank, takes down the second tank as well. And Gerald, it looks like he will clean this up completely. I'd have to check back once again, but was one of the tanks doing friendly fire to the zealots? He didn't quite retarget to the sentry. So potentially a little bit of friendly fire there. But Gerald, he holds. And now I'm concerned for Spirit. Like, he was so dedicated to that timing. He was so dedicated to that push. And what did he get for it? He got 3 probes. As you can see here, that was 2 tanks, 12 Marines, 2 Medivacs for 3 workers, a sentry, a couple of zealots. As you can see, there's some friendly fire on the Marines, like that. It was just not worth it here whatsoever. A stronger defense for Gerald, and now Gerald, he does gain map control. Now behind this, Spirit getting a 3rd. He's working towards his 3rd base. Likewise, Gerald should be getting a 4th as well. Spirit, he's not out of this by any means. He still has a tank count back at home. He's building up his bio army. It's going to be a while for him to push out, and actually, my apologies, I saw the CC. He's double expanding. This is pretty drastic. This is pretty drastic here. Pretty extreme. Getting a 3rd and a 4th CC as well. This tells us the Spirit, he wants to try to macro out of this. He knows that he's behind, and he's going to try to double expand. And this is a really good way to skyrocket ahead. As Spirit, he does them in. Gets 1 stalker. Behind this, Gerald claiming his 4th. But what I love about this, and what this 4th CC does for Spirit, is that this actually puts a lot of pressure on Gerald. This means that Gerald, he can't just sit back. He can't just sit back and build up like we saw last game. No, there's right now instead a lot of pressure on Gerald to get some economic damage to at least contain Spirit for as long as possible. As Spirit, he's already landing his 4th. He's already going for it. Before Gerald even has his own. Again, typically in this matchup, the Protoss player is up a base to be even on economy. They need to be up in expansion. That's not happening here. So Spirit is already taking his 4th. Assuming it's going to be a planetary. Likewise, building up his bio army. My big concern here for Gerald is the lack of splash damage. He has 2 Templar. He has 2 Templar. He has Storm, of course. He has 2 more on the way. We'll see how Gerald can handle himself. As the 4th base has been placed. Morphing in the planetary. Gerald, he has no idea. He has no idea that this is already a 4th. So again, just so much greed here by Spirits, but I do like it. Like I think it's really smart. Gerald, he runs into the main army. Bay's on the way, working towards Colossus. And again, I'm pretty sure Gerald, he's happy to just sit back, to slowly, in his mind, get ahead, maintain map control, max out. Little does he know that because this 4th, which is already getting saturated, Spirit's gonna be the first to max. Now he sees. Yeah, now he sees. Now Gerald's aware. Now suddenly there's a little more pressure on Gerald. Now he's like, oh, he has to do something. He has to get some damage done. And again, Spirit, he's about to max. He's about to max out. Thanks to the greater economy, means that he has a greater production, a greater army. And we have just a very different dynamic to the last game. Remember, last game, Spirit, he struggled to get a 4th. This time, it's already up and running. It's fully operational. It's a very different dynamic. So that's being forced back. Viking production has begun. Ghost production as well. We have a Zealot armor on the left-hand side, but nice SimCity here protecting that bunker. Yeah, the Zealots, they just cannot engage. At the same time, Storm's going to be coming into the mineral line. Yeah, tri-pronged attack. Zealot warp into the main base. Zealot run back towards the third, and the main army towards the fourth. Yeah, Spirit doing everything he can to break Spirit. Well, Gerald doing everything he can to break Spirit. Pushing in, going for another Storm. SCVs are going down. Nice Storm, 16 SCV kills. Zealots, they're still popping up in both bases. They're still distracting. And another Storm. Oof. Yeah, the Storms have been brutal. He has one Storm left. More Zealots coming in. The main base has been defended, but that's still going to be 21 SCV kills, and the bunker is exposed. Okay, nice repair. Does save the bunker. Central tower goes down. Spirit does hold. Spirit does defend, but at a cost. Again, he took a lot of Storms to the face. He lost a lot of SCVs. And behind all of this, Gerald, his own economy was untouched. Right? His bases are completely untouched here. I was concerned that after seeing the fourth base that Gerald would not be able to do any damage, but no, he found it. He found it there, just pulling Spirit apart, attacking in 3 places at once. So Gerald is not going to take this lying down. He's not going to be passive. He's done enough damage. Now he's on 90 workers. Soon to be 100, I'm sure. he'll get back there. Don't you worry. We'll get back to 100. He rotates, both armies are maxing out. He gets eyes on the 5th. They spot each other. They'll have roaming in the center. Colossus is being punished. One Colossus barely does survive. You can see Spirit, he's looking for the Zealots. He knows that they're somewhere. He's trying to make sure he's ready. We have a Zealot army on the right. We have Zealots here in the center. They're being pulled together, though. Being pulled together. Colossus amassing as well. And again, both armies, they've remaxed. Whew, okay, both armies, they have remaxed. We do see Gerald, he's on a decent gas count. He's on 8 gases. With that, he can afford a second robo. He already has, yep, he has a second robo as well, making 2 disruptors at a time. A robust army. No Storm. Just Colossus, Disruptor, and a Gateway composition. He's trying to be cheeky. No, he's going up. To go up. No magic connection. Gets 1 Widow Mine, but the army's zoned away, and he's going for the planetary. Yeah, Spirit. He was kept busy. He was distracted. Base goes down. And Gerald, he pulls out. He pulls out, he pulls away. And we do have a treat here. We have a late game scenario here on Pylon, which again, as I mentioned before, is more of a rarer sight. But you can see just how small the map is and how quick these rotations can punish. Gerald, he's racing back home. Spirit doesn't commit. Pulls back. Gerald taking another expansion. Once again, leading with disruptors, which is always terrifying. Always. Never goes up. A little bit trigger happy. It's going to be 3 Novas. There's 1 Nova left. Oh! Yeah, disruptors they caught out. So losing 1, losing 2, losing 3, losing all 4. Yeah, 4 disruptors fall. Colossus are exposed. Another Colossus goes down as well. Does take 1 Storm to the face. But overall, these are better traits of Spirit. Oh, there's another Storm connects. But he caught out 4 disruptors and a Colossus. What did Gerald get? He got a couple of Storms. A couple of Storms did pop off. Meanwhile, Spirit is taking up. We have Liberators on the way. We have Liberator range as well. So switching into Mass Lib. Gerald, he is amassing quite a large mineral bank at least. He's making use of that. Zealot does drag the entire army towards the left-hand side of the map, and Spirit's out of position. What's he out of position for? The main army. The main army of Gerald, he pushes right down the center. He gets spotted going for the center CCs. Spirit, he's racing back over. Oh, brutal Nova. Does catch 2 ghosts. CC's forced back, Zelda go back in. The command center does catch fire, mules to repair. Spirit is holding, still has Gerald back in. Again, just going back and forth. Takes down 1 orbital. Going for another. No flanking Nova. No zoning Nova, I should say. DT top right. Planetary goes down against Spirit. He's late to react here. He's late to rotate. Takes down a High Templar. That's a base falling. And once again, oh god, the storms. The storms, they punish the chase. And the Planetary, it may just go down here and now. We have a nuke across the map. Spirit getting desperate. Planetary goes down. Here comes the nuke. God, he notices. Does notice in time. Does pull away. Nuke does not connect. Spirit, Gerald, he's all over this. He's all over this army. Oh no, once again, a massive Nova. Yeah, Spirit, he's falling apart. He was holding his own this game. I was very impressed. Especially compared to ley lines. Like, ley lines, like, Spirit was dying for 20 minutes. Like, like ley lines was a rough one. But here it's been very much closer, much more back and forth. Until these past couple of moments, right? These past 2 minutes, Gerald has just been all over Spirit. Spirit, he just could not keep up. Ghost doing what they can. Liberator's trying to harass. And you can also see just how exposed some of these bases are as well. They're more exposed, they're more out to the open. That's what exposed is. More vulnerable, there we go. Spirit does bring everything together. He can take this fight. There's not that many. There's no more disruptors. Disruptor gets sniped. Colossus are low. No High Templar either. Just now reinforcing. Brutal EMPs. EMPs are popping up. But Spirit, he needs to do something about the economy here of Gerald. He needs to break one of these expansions. Otherwise, Gerald, he can just trade all day. Like, he's happy to, I'm sure. But the gas bank is more limited, but as long as he doesn't lose too much, as long as he trades out Zealots more than anything, he's going to be okay. EMPs are connecting. Yeah, that does run away. So, just peeling off some more Zealots, catches some transferring workers. Spirit trying to take the center expansion. He needs one of these bases. Needs a CC. Oh, nice catch. Takes down a High Templar. Templar goes down. Colossus does overextend. Well, what are we doing out here? Colossus goes down. He rotates to the center, getting behind the Liberators. Gets one. Oof. EMPs are still brutal though. It does send out all of his Novas. And that's 4 Novas. Instead running into storms. Does break through, takes down the High Templar, going for the Nexus. Gerald is trying to keep up, but he will lose the base. There we go, the base goes down. Massive pick off here from Spirit. Finally takes down the expansion. At the same time, Zealots are going in between the bases though. They're catching reinforcements. And Spirit, he drops into the main. Oh no! Does leave his army behind. Yeah, it does leave behind some ghosts. But the army does get in. Does drop into the main. Liberation has arrived. Going for the main base production. And if he can take control of the production, he can take control of the game. Takes down the Dark Shrine. Going for the gateways. Can he maintain this position though? More Zealots across the map. And here comes Gerald. He is moving in. He has a massive army. And Spirit, he cannot hold. Yeah, he cannot hold. Not like this. Forced to pick up. Takes down all the Liberators. Takes down all the Vikings. And Spirit, he plummets in supply. So does Gerald, but Gerald, he has a bank. He has a bank. He has some production. Gerald, he can replace this. Spirit cannot. Again, it was a desperation move for Spirit to go into the main. It's desperate. Gerald, he's down to 12 gateways, a decent gateway count, and the gateways are they're still powered. We're still missing some warp-ins. We could do with a third robo, for sure. Just to remax that much faster. Like, the robos are limiting Gerald's remax, likewise the gateway count as well. Could get up to like 15 gateways at this point. Zell say top right, the main army here towards center left, and we're going for the base trade. It's the only way. We're going for the base trade. We'll catch a Colossus, right? Not bad. Does try to at least. Okay, trying to stim forward. Gerald, he races back home. And the Nexus is going to go down. Oh, I spoke too soon as Gerald, he has arrived. Nexus falls, but Spirit can get out of here. Those aren't connecting. Nice spread. Nice spread. Gerald, he rotates to the planetary instead. Meanwhile, we're dropping into the main. Yeah, Spirit he's going for it again. Oh, this time he's ready. Yeah, this time Gerald, he's all over this. He's ready in the main base. Takes down one of the full metamax. Delays the drop. Planetary goes down. And these are the final moments here for Spirit. The final moments, the final army. Metamax, they pull out. But what are we pulling to? What's left? Oh, God. Losing another metamax. And another one metamax remaining. Spirit, he has top right. It's barely standing. Oh, God. The CC's being attacked by cannons. And again, like a much more intense game. Like, I will say that ley lines was a little more passive. There was a lot less happening on ley lines. Here on Pylon, there's been a lot more engagements, a lot more action, a lot more interaction between the players. Spirit's army gets spotted. He's pushing towards the cannons. Meanwhile, Gerald, he can just go either surround the army or just go straight for the main. Where are we headed? So that's catching command center. And he's coming in from behind. Zealots are a little bit premature. A little bit premature there with their engage. Liberators are set up well. Base goes down. Oof. Gerald, he's trying to push forward. He's locked out of his own bases. Oh, a little bit of awkward movement. A little bit awkward, but the army is trapped. At this point, Spirit, he's trapped. Top right is going to go down. One more swipe, and the planetary falls. Yeah, DT harass here is just brutal. Only takes a couple of swipes, and planetaries are falling. And this should be the final army. Spirit, he has no mining. he has no economy. He has no mining left. Oh no, the Novas! Novas connect. They shut down the Ghost. Nice EMPs out of Spirit. But that's but GG. As Gerald, he will take the series 4-2, claiming third place and taking down Spirit. GG. GG, well played. Gerald, he will claim it. Spirit, he is very vocal that he is not fond of this matchup. He's not fond of TvP. It's I remember we were looking at the French podcast. For those that are curious, Clem, he was on the Comeback TV podcast last week, and they were discussing. He was talking about him practicing his Protoss, and he was like, "There's no good Terrans to practice with in Europe." And Coco was like, "Oh, what about Gabe and what about Spirit?" And Clem was like, "No, yeah, Gabe, he's really good. Spirit, if I ever ask him for customs with my Protoss, he always says no." Like Spirit, he will avoid the PvT matchup like the plague. So So Clemmy has limited PvT practice in Europe, and here, yeah, Spirit, he wants none of it. He wants none of it. He taps out. GG, well played. Shout out and congratulations here to Gerald as he does claim the series, and he will claim that 3rd place. And now we have 1 match remaining. Of course, shout out to Spirit. He played well for himself. Spirit is going to be knocked down to 4th place. He will take that 4th place spot instead. And now we have the grand finals. Up next, we have a best of 9 between a Laser and Spirit. Let's go. Let us go. Getting ready for the finals. Here we go. But with that, we're going to be heading over. We're going to have a short break. We're going to have a short break here. It shouldn't take too long, but we're going to go on a short break. And when we come back, we will have the grand finals. Who's in the finals? A Laser and Mana. We have the top 2 players in Poland, and we're here to crown the Prince of Poland. Let's go. Will it be a Laser? Will it be Mana? Best of luck. We'll be back soon after the break. See you soon. Bye. See you soon.